And we are live. Welcome to Press Start Podcast, episode 14. Oh man, 2016 is over. We're on to 2017. And today I got a great show for you guys. We're going to recap basically the year and just talk about the future, talk about 2017, what's coming, what we're excited about. So before we get into all of that, what the fuck? How's my speakers going on?
It's me.
All right, there we go. Oh, okay, my bad, guys. My voice was coming in and shit. So basically, I'm just going to introduce the panel, and we're going to start it off with Anchorman.
Hey, everybody. My name is Anchorman. I'm from the Inner Circle. I'm playing video games. Let's get started. We always normally had a conflict of timing, but this week Multiverse is off, so finally.
All right, J-May.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Happy New Year. Happy 2017. Glad to be back. I missed the last podcast, but starting the new year off right. Expecting a lot of big things this year for gaming and for my guys as a whole. So yeah, let's get to these topics.
Jack Move.
Hey, what's poppin', everybody? It's Jack Move, man. The guru, giddy up. But you can also call me your... You know what? I ain't making that pony noise today because I'm still got the pony.
Shit.
Yeah, man, it's pony commissioner, man.
It's a horse, man. Yo, give Jack a break. He's not feeling well. Yo, bro, you've been sick for like a week, bro.
I know, bro. I think they gave me AIDS when I went to the doctor, bro. Like, I just went for my prescription refills and they injected me with something. Like, I don't know, man.
Jack might turn into a clicker or something. You sounding crazy right now.
I know.
Next time we'll get the click the
lack of
nose,
vagina. Bro. That's what you need.
Oh my god.
Who is
this already?
Who's this nerd, bro?
This filthy neutral. And we got Miss Tech.
Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Happy New Year. This is my first time being on the podcast, so I'm excited. Thank you for inviting me.
I appreciate you joining. Regs, our favorite dog.
I know you pulled from a very large pool. I understand. Default wins are okay with me, though. For those of you who don't, I'm Rags. I have a channel by the same name. Have a little run a little channel on YouTube as a hobby of mine, and pop around, make videos, talk about this, that, and the other thing. I'm a PC gamer, and gosh, what else needs to be said? Honestly, you'll learn to hate me soon enough. It's all good.
No one likes this guy, so.
I tentatively have disliked this video. You have to earn my like.
So you're gonna
even here, even I don't care if I have to shoot myself to do it. You have to earn my like.
God.
Jesus.
All right, yo, forget Rags. We got a new guy, new YouTuber. Vlor, say what up.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Valor. It's my first time being on a podcast, so let's just see how it goes, man.
All right, yo, you're welcome. You're on the greatest podcast already, so you're already catching W's. You already know what it is. And last but not least, we got the gamer god himself.
So, just want to give Kofi a shout out for actually having, an original guest on here that I had never had before. So, shout out to you for expanding, man. Shout out to you, man.
Yeah, I knew that shit was coming, bro. BG's been complaining shit. I'm saying I'm stealing his guest and shit. Like, man.
It's okay. I be getting everybody, so I understand. But Weapon Wheel Podcast, 6 p.m. EST on Saturdays. And Jack Move Johnny eats ice cream with a fork. So
I will roast you. See, he gotta be glad I'm feeling sick right now. I roast this, man.
You eat ice cream with a fork. We all know you do.
Yo, BG, weren't you just preaching like guru and love and peace 2017?
Right?
Now you coming at Jack like that?
One thing we know, BG don't eat no ice cream because he's about 62 pounds. But we know what's going on.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna let you rock. Because you ain't got that much time left on Earth with that disease you got.
Oh man!
Hey man, I got the T virus, bro. Leave me alone.
All right, so we're gonna start off this podcast by recapping 2016, the good, the bad, all of that. So first I want to go around and ask the panel what's their most memorable gaming moment, in 2016. What game did you play that, or what section of a game that you played that really stuck out for you that you think you're gonna, keep with you going on in the future? So Jack, you want to start it off?
Yeah, man. Probably the most memorable gaming moment of 2016 for me would have to be probably the chapter. I don't even remember what number the chapter is. It's crazy, but the one in Uncharted 4, man, where like you find out basically, Nathan Drake's real name and why they did what they did, and
It better not be something
17,
stupid like Carl or Keith.
No, it's Morgan. They last name.
I think it was 17. Sorry.
Yeah, it's chapter 17, and he basically just like it explains the whole series basically, and that was real emotional, man. Also, the ending, like the prologue of the game, I would say them probably the two biggest moments for me.
J-Man?
I want to say probably when I realized that the Quantum Break didn't have any reload clip animation. So now it's not. It was definitely Uncharted 4. Probably just the game as a whole. I mean, I got it a couple of days early, so being able to experience the final chapter and of the whole series and that ending, it definitely wrapped up the series really, really well and completed a journey that started back on PS3, which was really like my first system that I had got for myself. So it was definitely a little emotional, but great game.
Yeah, for sure. Anchorman?
It's a toss-up. I finally like played the DLC Let's See for BioShock Infinite, but I gotta say it was probably the end of Mafia 3, like the last 30 minutes to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Don't spoil that because I'm still on that.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
All right, so you think that moment you're gonna keep with you for a while?
I'll remember that.
Memorable, right?
Like they do a lot of stuff at the end with song selection, narrative choice. It all comes together, even though the gameplay is just kind of mediocre. But
all right,
BioShock Infinite.
Miss Tech, what would you say is yours?
I didn't really play that many games last year because I've been doing so much because I left the country for a little bit. I'm gonna say at the end of because I actually bought Halo 5 during the summer when the Xbox had the I guess they little sale or whatever, and I'm gonna say at the end of Halo 5 because I wasn't expecting Cortana to be kind of like on the dark side, you know what I'm saying? So that was because she usually like supposed to help people, but now she just I don't know. I just found that.
I mean, that's a spoiler. Like, hold on.
Oh, women, right?
Huh?
If they cared, they would have played it already.
No. Honestly, hey, it's real. They wanted to. That game came out 2015, right? So
yeah,
I bought it
2015.
I bought like pretty much 8 months later. So, oh well. Okay, like.
All right.
That's it.
So that's it. All right, Regs.
I mean, I'm not really emotionally attached to games right now because I've been going through it. But
I feel you. Yo, so Regs, what would you say is your most memorable moment? What game you played that really stuck out with you? 2016 that you're gonna keep with you going on in the future.
There's a lot of fantastic games I play and have played and will play again. And even though I hesitate to say it because I haven't gotten to Blood and Wine yet, I will say that the first thing that actually comes to mind is Effects and Change from Titanfall 2.
That's a good mission right there.
Playing that, it helps when you're doing it, 1440p, master race everything. But that was a fantastic mission, and I loathe to spoil it for those who have not played the fantastic Titanfall 2 campaign. And I hope people will use a lot of their Christmas cash to pick up Titanfall 2 because it's a fantastic game. PC Gamer called it the shooter of the year, and I absolutely I think that's a very fair assessment of the game. The campaign was fantastic all the way through, but I will say Effects and Change was a very memorable and very cool, well thought out mission.
Yeah, that's definitely a dope ass mission. I love that mission. Valor, yo, what would you say is yours?
I'm gonna have to agree with Rags, man. Titanfall 2. I got 3 games though. Titanfall 2, Uncharted 4, and Gears 4. Gears 4 really surprised me. I know a lot of people don't really like that campaign, man, but that campaign is dope.
I enjoyed it, man. Yeah, I thought it was dope. A lot of people hate it on there. I actually think it's dope. It's fun. It's not like none that like crazy, but it's definitely worth the playthrough for me. Yo.
Yeah, man, the campaign is sick. And Titanfall 2, man, just the whole campaign. And I really like the I think it's the last mission where you like fighting that Titan on top of a ship in the sky.
Oh yeah.
I love
that whole game single player really was.
Yeah, the whole thing, man. And Uncharted 4, of course, you know, the whole game. I'm a big Uncharted person, but I really like the prison sequence with his brother.
That was a powerful sequence too. Yeah, early on, what was that like the first or second mission or something like
that? It's like the second one, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yo, gaming guy, what is yours, man?
Probably either my experiences that I remember are the hardest ones because I play every game on the hardest difficulty.
Oh my god! This guy.
Since I am a god,
not to brag or anything.
Not at all. So it would probably be both Gears of War. There was one part I must have died like 120 times since I played.
I know exactly what part you're talking about. I know what part you're talking about.
That part was hard as shit, bro.
It was the mansion, and when you got to the museum, and then another part that was
the Bromac or the big ass.
Oh yeah, right? The Bromac. I swear to God, I died at least. I lie to you not. I started that part like 9 o'clock in the morning. Didn't finish it till I didn't finish that part.
Yo, that shit was hard, bro.
I swear to God.
you was playing it during the podcast.
The whole day on one part.
Yeah. Yo, it didn't take me that long. Yo, I guess you're not the gaming god after all, bro. Because I beat that shit out insane too, bro.
Nah, bro.
That part was hard. Yo, but I can't even lie. I felt like I got lucky. Like that part was hard as fuck.
But what doesn't make sense about it is like my first 5 times, I got within I had how you got to blow up the stuff on his back. I had one left in my first 5 times, and then the longer I played, the worse I got. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So it just took literally all day to beat that part.
I definitely feel you on that shit because that shit was hard as fuck. That and the museum part, the one the torrents upstairs, right? BG, that's the part you're talking about, right? Yeah, those 2 parts were ridiculous, bro.
That museum part, I ran all the way back to the once it started coming out, I ran all the way back to the beginning.
Jack, I would love to see Jack fucking play this shit. Yo. If he lost his mind in chapter 20 and Uncharted.
Yo, that joint is worse than chapter 20 and Uncharted. I can tell you that.
It's actually hard.
I need some footage of this, bro.
Which one is chapter 20 in Uncharted? Because I remember one chapter.
Yeah.
It was a chapter that was so difficult, man. I had to put it down.
I beat that shit on Christian too, bro. That shit was fucking hard.
That part in Gears with the Bromac, I swear, that made Uncharted 20 look easy.
Yeah, it was hard. It was definitely hard.
I need to see some footage of this.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to replay that for you so you can see how that is. Oh yeah, for me, my favorite gaming moment of 2016, it definitely has to be. I don't want to sound cliche or anything. I know people are gonna call me a pony after this shit, but it's definitely Uncharted 4, man. I feel like I just love cinematic games like that, action-packed games like that. It's just right up my alley. It's the shit that I actually really enjoy. And man, that fucking car chase scene where the dude's hopping up from Jeep to Jeep. Honestly, I was so blown away with that whole section of the game. I think I'm gonna, remember that shit forever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that shit was amazing.
That shit was insane. I haven't seen anything like that in a video game ever. You know what I'm saying?
That's the one they showed off, right?
Yeah, the one that they showed off, basically. That whole sequence was crazy. Yeah, that was really impressive.
That wasn't even my favorite, though. I liked it. Before you fight Nadine, there was that
was better.
That shit was hot.
Even the Nadine fight sequence itself was like dope as shit. Like I just feel how how they make their set pieces. I think that's why Uncharted is so great because like just the set pieces are so dope, yo. Like I don't know, man.
That's true.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on. Next, I want to talk about the funniest moment in the gaming community in 2016. So this should be a good one. The funniest moment in the gaming community. You know what people have done? Stupid things. Piss on PS4s,
That usually goes to Kid Smooth. I mean,
all right, yo, BG, go first.
Kid Smooth is like a highlight reel, my nigga. I can't even pick from like anything this man says. Like just let Kid Smooth talk. He'll give you a highlight.
It won my heart.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It won my heart 2016, bro. All right, yeah. So all right, yo, Valor, what would you say was your funniest moment in the community, for you in 2016? like what crazy thing a fanboy did, or something like that?
Oh man, I think I think it's what's his name? Tim Dog. I think he called somebody dad.
Oh shit!
That just happened a couple days ago.
Yeah, man. I just find that to be hilarious, though, man.
Rex, what would you say, man? Because I know you get at people all day long. So, Rex, what would you say, man?
It's really hard to keep track with all these people on Twitter, but it's really just this massive parade of just. I mean, to pick out one thing, honestly, I don't know if I could pick out one thing. It's just so many things happen. There's so many of them, and they all say so many stupid things. To pick out just one, we had the whole neutrals thing happen. We've had the shit happened with Iron Wolf when he got a PS4, and oh god, he's one of them. We had the whole Mooch thing that just happened. Apparently, his account's like deleted or something. We had. I mean, I couldn't pick one thing. I could, and it's always one after the other. It's one right after the other. If you don't appreciate the stupidity of what they said, then just wait a day or so, and they'll say something else stupid. They had the that dragon cancer thing, that whole tweet, all that stuff that happened. Yeah, it wasn't fun. It was depressing, but we laughed at him anyway. Shit, we've had. I mean, I couldn't nail. One thing.
Too much. It's too much. All right, let Miss Tech go. Miss Tech, what do you think is the funniest thing that happened in the gaming community in 2016?
Okay, that's kind of hard. It's so much like fuckery that I see on a daily basis throughout last year. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna just pick one thing. You know what I mean? When people keep talking about the Xbox Scorpio. We don't really know the facts about this thing yet, and people are talking about it every day. Like I have all the platforms, you know what I mean. So, but I prefer, my Xbox, because I just like the UI. That's just me, okay. But just to see people keep talking about it is like extremely annoying, and it's not children, nobody like middle school or high school are talking about this. This is like grown
ass adults.
And I'm just like, I have real problems, okay? Like, I'm thinking like, y'all must not have no problems because it's just annoying as hell. Can you guys stop talking about this? Wait to June to talk about this fucking way. Excuse my language, but it's hella annoying. It's extremely annoying. Like,
I feel you, because like I log into Twitter, then it's always like talks about processors, Zen, Ryzen, or this Zen, this that shit gets kind of tiring.
It's crazy how everyone became a tech expert once they heard about Scorpio.
It's like all the console dudes are like PC dudes now.
Yeah, I know, like how they talk about processors all day. Like, god damn, when's the last time a man see me really tweet about a processor, bro?
It's the power of 6 teraflops.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now we talk about processors oh my god, let's move on though. Jack, what was the funniest moment, bro? Community, bro.
There's been a couple of crazy moments this year. Undoubtedly, though, the funniest thing to me is when most people watch the podcast, they know who Dr. Trey is, man. Well known. So Trey,
I just remember this shit.
Trey get the bright idea he wants to prove that Nintendo fans are good at games, right? So he says he's gonna stream Uncharted 4 on Crushing. This man was stuck on Chapter 8 of Uncharted 4 Scotland for 12 hours.
Which is not a hard part at all.
12 hours, bro. He was stuck for 8 hours. The stream mysteriously, quote unquote, cut off. He come back 15 minutes later, he beat it. So everybody like, Trey, cut the bullshit, Trey. You lying, Trey. He was like, all right, I'm gonna restart it. He was stuck for an additional 4 hours, and then he beat it on stream. So he was stuck on that part for 12 hours, man. I couldn't stop laughing.
That
part was hilarious, bro.
He still ain't beat the game on Crushing, by the way.
That man sucked.
I'm still dying on that shit, bro. That shit was hilarious, bro. All right, yo, J-Man, what would you say it was, man?
I definitely want to give a shout out to the Weapon Wheel podcast, though. They definitely kept me laughing throughout the year. But
definitely.
The funniest I could probably say is when the Quantum Break PC version got announced. And dudes was tweeting Phil Spencer
Oh,
like,
that was
did you-
crap. Yeah,
did
crap
you ask
gamer.
us if it was okay?
That shit was fun.
As if they own the IP or whatever.
yeah.
Like, that shit had me rolling.
Yo, Jay made me pulling it back. Like I totally forgot about that shit, bro. That shit was
because
hilarious.
they were
seems so
asking
long
Phil as
ago.
if, like, it mattered to him what they thought. Like, best for Microsoft. Like,
It's like they get to play it on PC too.
Oh shit. Yo, that was absolutely hilarious. Yo, Anchorman, yo, what would you say?
Oh, it's gotta be if you bought a PlayStation 4, you support ISIS. That was Iron Wolf.
Damn, that was just
Ironically,
Oh,
as
he
that is
bought one,
now,
too.
because now he's with PlayStation or whatever. He found a new cult to hang out with.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I just found that hilarious. I was just like, when people were saying that, I was just like, I can't believe this shit. I can't believe this.
Yeah, that shit was definitely wild, yeah. That shit was definitely wild, bro. All right, yo, let's move on. Most disappointing game of 2016. What would it be, guys? Man? Anchorman, start it off for us, man.
Cobalt.
Cobalt? Yeah. Tell us about
Man,
that game. 'Cause
now, I have to base it on games I've played. I can't say something's disappointing.
I feel you. Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I mean,
for what you played.
one that disappointed me the most is probably Cobalt, because I was waiting for that game for a long time. The same guys who made Minecraft, except for Notch. But I mean, it was. I don't know why I was expecting it to be a high direction game when it came from the developers of Minecraft, the epitome of no direction gameplay. I was so disappointed. I played for maybe 3 hours, and I was like, nah, I'm not playing this anymore. Can't do it. I was so bad.
Yo, BG, what's the most disappointing game you played?
Oh man,
Waiting for someone to say it.
I already got rid of my freaking list of all the games I beat. Damn. I'm trying to look.
Man, that's a tough one.
Come back to me.
I'm trying to say it is.
Come back to me.
All right, we will come back to BG. Valor, what would you say is your most disappointing game that you
Man.
played in 2016?
Somebody say it.
Nobody said it yet. I'm surprised.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm trying to think back to earlier this year, but one game I'm disappointed with right now. I haven't really got far into the game, but it's just not grabbing me on Final Fantasy, man.
Oh,
15.
Whoa.
we need to block this guy right here. Yo, that's my game.
I'm not liking it, man.
Oh, say a word.
I'm gonna keep playing it though.
It's Final Fantasy.
Yo, not every game's for everybody, so
I'm gonna keep playing it and get back to you on that. But it's just like The Witcher. I had The Witcher for so long, I just can't get into it. No matter how many times they say that game is like the best game ever, I can't get into it.
The Witcher?
Yeah, The Witcher.
I will say, if you have not played the Witcher games, it is hard as shit to get into. Like, you got to play like 10 hours just to find out what the hell's going on.
The bad thing is when people come to me asking whether or not they should play the second Witcher and then go to the third, because the second one's really good, but it's improved upon in almost every way in the third. So even though they're great, I'm hesitant to say do 3, then go back to 2, because that'd be really hard to do. But at the same time, I don't want them to take the 20 hours or whatever it takes to beat the second one so they can move on to 3.
And I'm really not the biggest RPG fan, so.
Okay, I feel you. So, Rags, so what would be yours, man?
Okay, I got 2 answers. I didn't play this one personally, but this was the most disappointing game ever in video game history. No Man's Sky.
Okay, we already know that.
I was waiting for somebody to say that.
We already know that.
Star Citizen comes out.
No, okay, No Man's Sky, which unfortunately set legal precedent when it was found that they were not falsely advertising by a court. So that
Which
sucks.
is crazy.
Yeah, so now basically now anyone could say anything about anything, and no matter how much of a lie it is, it's fine. But my personal, because I didn't buy into that shit, but my personal disappointment is Space Hulk Deathwing. It's PC exclusive. I think it's coming to consoles sometime in 2017, but it's a Warhammer 40K game, and I was really, really looking forward to it being a fantastic game. But I did a video on it talking about it, but it really was a disappointment. It didn't. It was. I think the best way to sum up that game was if a bunch of nerds who knew a lot about Warhammer and really loved Warhammer made a game, but they didn't really know how to make games all that much. That's kind of what Space Hulk Deathwing would be.
Oh, okay. Miss Tech.
I didn't play any games that I was disappointed in this last year, but I am disappointed that I wasted my time watching people playing No Man's Sky on Twitch. Like even wasting 30 minutes, it was just I was just looking at it.
It gets better.
Yeah.
No, I was so glad that I didn't buy it because I almost bought into it. Like the advertisement was really about. I was really about to get it. And I'm thinking, like, now let me just see, let me go on Twitch or YouTube and see, how the game is. I saw that. I said, oh, hell no. Like,
Yeah,
so
it is
freaking
bad.
boring. I was falling asleep looking at it. I mean, I'm not going to try to bash nobody or nothing like that. If people into that, that's their cup of tea.
No,
It
I'll
wasn't
say it.
mine.
Look, the game was
just
cool. The game was cool until you got off the first planet. Now you were stuck. You broke down on. After that, then like it just became extra stupid.
It was a repeat over and over.
Just a repeat.
Shit.
Yeah. Oh, build what do you have to do? Resources for fuel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Someone add to your hyperdrive, go on to the next solar system or some bullshit.
I'll get to see all those things that were in the commercial so prominently and that we were told exist. Totally. They'll be right around the next hill.
And none of those monsters was there. Like none of them other creatures was there really. I'm like, what the hell? This is like
the other side of that moon. Oh, that's no moon.
Yeah,
so
they really snaked with that
You
game.
want to see some great rage videos? Go watch people streaming and when they finally get to the end.
Oh yeah, the center of the
I
galaxy.
didn't even see the end yet.
I gotta look that up. I gotta look that up.
After you're done, look it up. When the first person to finally get to the fabled, legendary center of the No Man's Sky galaxy.
It's probably something stupid.
Oh,
Yo, Jack, what's your most disappointing game of 2016, bro?
None of the games I beat because I have a rule: if a game is trash to me, it gets no play. But I did play this game for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Without a shadow of a doubt, it was Ninja Turtles, man. I'm a huge Ninja Turtles fan. You know what I'm saying? And I just couldn't do it, bro. The gameplay was repetitive. It was boring. The AI teammates were stupid. Like it's too much to go into. But the game was short. It's trash, bro.
I wanted to buy it until I seen the gameplay, man.
Hey man, fuck platinum games, bro.
we gonna talk about platinum a little bit later. J May.
It's tough that I have to say this one because this was probably my favorite story of the year, and it was Mafia 3. The gameplay was most disappointing for me. Like it became a chore after like 12 hours into the game, and you were literally the mission structure just kept being the same thing over and over and over. And it got a little bit better as you got further because, I mean, fucking up the KKK. I mean, you can't get mad at that, but like it just got boring, and the story kept me going.
So far, I'm liking what I'm playing. I think what it is with those kind of games. I think if you just sit down and you play it in long bursts, that's the problem. Like I feel like those type of games, since they're repetitive like that, if you play them like in little short bursts, and it doesn't feel so bad. Like so far, I'm actually really liking it. I haven't got bored.
How far are you?
Oh fuck, I don't even know.
The middle of the game.
I have to go to check. I have to really check my achievements.
For me, probably be Watch Dogs 2 for me.
Oh, really?
That too hipster for you?
That joint's kind of trash too.
It was
too much skinny jeans for you, bro.
The only fun mission in that game to me was probably going in that Scientology museum and going to the Ubisoft building. That's it. All the other missions felt like boring chores.
Did the Ubisoft building look better in the trailers than it did in the actual game?
I don't even remember how it looked in the trailers. I know I don't watch Ubisoft trailers.
Pretty much.
Yeah, man. That's why we love either presentations.
So for me, it would be I can't even lie. If I was gonna give you one game that disappointed me probably the most, I know some of you guys won't be surprised, but it's definitely gonna be Quantum Break. Because I actually thought Quantum Break was gonna be something like crazy. Like my anticipation for Quantum Break was actually extremely, extremely high. You know what I'm saying? And the game wasn't bad. It definitely wasn't bad, but it just wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I had my expectations a little too high for Quantum Break. So when it didn't deliver, I was pretty disappointed. Like I thought it was gonna be on the level of like Rise of the Tomb Raider, Uncharted in terms of action sequences and stuff like that. But it just fell flat. And the upgrades for the powers were pretty like week 2. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like that game had so much potential to be something really good. Like that third person action game that Xbox really needed, but it just fell in the mediocre category for me. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I remember you saying that after you beat it, so it's
Yeah.
not like something that you just pulling out your ass.
Yeah. I was actually like, yo, damn, I thought this game was gonna be much better. Like, it wasn't bad, but like I thought it was just gonna be so much better. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the next topic. Let's have a little bit of a fanboy war, real quick. Who had the better year, Xbox or PlayStation?
I'll just be over here watching you guys fight it out.
Anchorman started off, Who had the better year this year?
Yeah, throw it off.
Looking at overall updates, hardware, games. Who do you think had the better year in 2016?
Between everyone or just
between
between
Xbox and PlayStation?
PC the wrong.
Because here's the thing, I'm looking at I look at PlayStation. They had the Pro launch and Uncharted. And that's kind of really the highlights. Xbox didn't really start until maybe August. No, probably about June. Around that E3, they seemed like they turned stuff around right there. And the Slim, and then their holiday season. I don't know. I'd probably say Xbox just edging it out, but I don't know.
And the reason why?
Name just overall, there was just more stuff going on for them right now. Forza Horizon 3 came out. You got Gears. You got all these other games. But like I said, it's all heavily centered towards the end of the year. And PlayStation, it was pretty much Uncharted 4 and then the Pro launch. That was kind of it.
BG, what would you say? Who had the better year? Being a filthy neutral like you are, who would you say had a better year? Truthfully, looking at the bigger picture of everything.
I mean, of all the games, I played, like there was Ratchet and Clank, I was never a Ratchet Clank fan. I bought it, thought it was going to be trash, and that game was great. Uncharted 4 was obviously great. Gravity Rush, remastered. There were a few other like indie titles that they got first, like Salt and Sanctuary, which was really good. I would say Microsoft, they killed it with all the deals they were handing out for the Xbox, and I do feel like the Pro was a slight misstep, and they were just doing Microsoft was doing a lot of fan service this year.
Jeez, BG actually admitted that. Jeez, before you were like sucking off the Pro, bro. Now
I never sucked it off. I said it did what it was supposed to do.
Yo, we're gonna get to this a little bit later, but the Pro's disappointing. Let's keep it 100. The Pro's disappointing.
I don't think it's disappointing for what I expected it to do. I don't think it was disappointing.
All right, but continue. Just continue. We'll get back to that.
Listen, people thought it was going to do something else. I looked at the specs and knew it wasn't going to do those things, so I wasn't disappointed. Y'all expected everything. I didn't. So yeah, Microsoft did a lot of fan service and everything, giving away, consoles and for damn near free and everything, and it was cool.
All right, Vlor, what would you say?
I think
had the better year.
I think PlayStation probably had the better year because they got Uncharted, then you got The Last Guardian that came out, you got the Pro, and you got VR. So I kind of think they probably had the better year, but I think Microsoft should feel pretty proud of themselves for the Slim, because the Slim did really well.
Yeah, it's like a big turnaround for them.
Yes, it was a big turnaround. They got Gears 4, they got Dead Rising for right now. I think they had a good year, but just because Sony launched the Pro, the Slim, and the VR, and The Last Guardian, as long as people were waiting for that, I'd probably say Sony.
Miss Tech, what would you say had a better year this year from, being an observer?
Well, it seemed like the PlayStation, because since, they had their own VR and, Uncharted 4 did extremely well. I know everybody was hype about the Pro. I mean, I have both. Well, I don't have the Pro yet, but I do have the OG PS4 and the OG Xbox One. So I'm not really like a fan girl of any kind, but it seemed like PlayStation did good this year. So, but Xbox One, Xbox, they did good too. So But and one thing too, we know that PS4 was still selling more consoles, so I guess we say they had a better year. I guess.
Okay. Jack move is kind of obvious what you gonna say. So should we just skip your ass?
No,
bro?
listen. I'm not here to be impartial. I'm hugging a fucking trophy in my picture, but I'm gonna put it like this, man. Microsoft don't really do nothing that impress me, entertain me, man. Like, I ain't one of these dudes that, let's keep it funky, right? Xbox dudes, y'all don't like racing games like that. I'm just gonna be real, bro. But when they announce Forza, y'all turn to Mario Andretti. You throw an ass scarf on. Now you want to go racing. That's cool, bro. But listen, I think Recore. I thought Recore looked cool. A lot of people saying they're not liking it, but I think they look like a cool game. Quantum Break looked like a cool game. Gears, I really can't rock with. I like games with good stories, man. No shots, but listen, bro, I'm just keeping it real with y'all. And
I forgot Recore existed. I would have probably said
this is the thing, bro. People that really game on PlayStation, they ain't got no complaints. And that include me. So I'm cool with what I got, you know what I'm saying? Games for everybody, deals for everybody. It was a good year, bro. So I'm gonna have to go with PlayStation.
And Jay Main, what would you say?
I mean, Xbox definitely had a good year. It, like Anchor was saying, it was heavily towards the end of the year, but it's probably the most I played my Xbox One since I got it. With games like Quantum Break and Gears. I thought the Xbox One S was definitely a great, transition for the team over there on Xbox. But I mean, PS4, it just had everything I wanted. I mean, even the games like the JRPGs that I didn't pick up, but you gotta give a shout out to that it came heavy with towards the end of the year. And Ratchet and Clank, which is like my second favorite game of the year, that was a big surprise. And Uncharted 4, and then it was the Pro. Like I just like PS4 year better.
All right, as for me, while everyone was talking, I'm like sitting here trying to think of the highlights of the PlayStation. Basically, the highlights for me was definitely Uncharted 4, big one. That's a huge one. I'm looking at the software side mostly. The Last Guardian, even though the controls were kind of whack, it took some time getting used to the delayed, but overall the game was still really, really good. Another game I enjoyed, and I'm just thinking, what else did PlayStation drop this year? Like what else?
Last Guardian.
Yeah,
Alienation.
What else they dropped this year that I played? Just name some games. Yeah, what else?
Super Mario Double Dash.
Oh my God.
Double Dash.
Yo, what else, Jack? You're the pony commissioner. What else?
I don't know what you played.
Yo, Ratchet dropped this year, right?
Yeah.
All right, yo, Ratchet. Okay.
There's a few other, indie titles that went to PlayStation.
Yeah. Okay. So that with the VR, which I had an Oculus, I actually got rid of it not that long ago because that shit make me sick. So I wasn't really too interested in the PSVR when they announced it, but I guess it's it's okay. The people who have it seem to be enjoying it at least. The Pro, I got the Pro. Overall, my experience with it, I'm actually quite disappointed with the PlayStation 4 Pro. Reason because the frame rates are really, really disappointing more than anything. You know what I'm saying? I was expecting at least 60 frames. But
well, when it comes to the PS4, I said this to some other people, but what I really think they should have done is instead of playing up to the 4K buzz that's going on, is I think with the PS4 Pro, they should have shot for 1440p, 60 FPS as a standard. You could trade in your old PlayStation to get a certain amount off on the PlayStation Pro.
I've been disappointed. So that's a reason why I've been disappointed in the Pro too. For that reason. I'm just not liking the performance of these games that I'm seeing. I thought it would perform, much better. Overall, these Pro patches, these Pro patch ports are really not that impressive, to be quite honest. I can't even lie. As for Xbox, year started off mad slow. What did they have earlier on in the year? I don't even know. Quantum Break, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty much Quantum Break.
And
was Ori? No, Ori was last year.
Okay, no. Yeah, like Quantum Break for the longest time. Then it was a drought, especially on their first party front, because I play my multiplayer. I play my multiplayer on PC, so it was a drought. So I never really touched an Xbox until recently. Again, I guess this fall season with Recore, which that game was terrible. Not good. Terrible. I wouldn't say it was the worst game I ever played, but it's definitely mediocre. I want to, people are hyping it, and it's funny because the people that hype the game the most, I'm gonna call out the Xbox fans a little bit. Most of them, if you ask them, they haven't even finished the game, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy part. Like these guys be hyping ReCore, be like, "Yo, you finished it?" Nah.
Bro,
That's what a lot of games.
That's
though.
like,
I ain't
have you noticed that though? Like everyone who hypes ReCore to the fact like defends this game hasn't even completed it yet. Which is crazy.
That was one of the worst selling games of the year, I believe.
Yeah, so I actually bought it and I actually finished it. Like most.
I mean, you beat ReCore?
Yeah, I actually beat it.
You the first person I ever heard say that.
I beat it.
I think he is.
Yo, seriously,
I'm
I
not
beat
even
it.
joking.
That game was bad, dog. Like
that game was definitely just I kind of forced my way, forced myself to play it.
That's what kills me about that game. I love the aesthetic. I like the base gameplay. It's just, It's one of those older games where, in particular, where it just takes longer to get through. It's a collectathon.
And I heard you couldn't even collect everything because when it launched, there was some sort of a bug or glitch that you had to have like a robot to get to get to all this stuff, and they didn't have the robot in the game.
No, I launched the game overall had like bad loading times. It was pretty buggy.
When it came out, the loading times.
The pop-ins were really bad. So we dismissed ReCore. I'm done talking about that game. But Gears of War came out. I'm a big Gears fan. So that game was complete heat to me. I really enjoyed it. I wish, more people were still playing the multiplayer out here. Oh, BG dropped that game already. So you know what I'm saying? I wish more people were
more important games came out.
I wish more people were still playing that because private matches,
stiff competition,
and custom matches are heat. So Gears of War was definitely fun while it lasted.
Even Gears fans stopped playing it, so I don't know why you talking about it.
Yeah, I can't lie. I haven't popped it in a minute. But Microsoft dropped one of my favorite games this year, Forza Horizon 3, which is absolutely amazing. One of the craziest games I've ever played. BG, if you don't stop, bro.
I hate driving games, bro. I really do.
Cars 5.
Bro, I'll be honest,
Bro, they should just rename every driving game Driving Cars. Like,
oh my god,
I prefer kart racers.
I prefer Grand Theft Auto for racing games. I'll just
there you go.
Exactly. I would play Grand Theft Auto over any race.
Honestly,
chat, I need to chat to roast BG and Jack Move real quick, bro.
Racing games is boring, dog.
Simulation racing games.
I want to be able to drive on the sidewalk.
Forza Horizon 3 isn't really a sim game, though. It's like it's the more arcadey of it.
It's not as boring as the
let's keep it
Forza or like Gran Turismo. I would still it's not as boring as those, but it's like 0.5 less boring.
I mean, they got nice graphics, but other than that,
nah, bro, the gameplay's heat too. It's arguably Xbox's best game this year. Like even over Gears, it's arguably Xbox's best game this year.
How was the racing in Gears of War?
Not one motorcycle seat. But overall, I'm dragging this shit out too long. But overall, when I'm looking at it, it's actually pretty close. And I might have to go full Xbox real quick because I felt like I spent more, time playing Forza Horizon and those other games, And I feel like with the launch of the Slim, Microsoft's really making a turnover, at least for that, and they're bringing features that people want. So I think in terms of just pure service, I might give Microsoft a pat on the back. I might give them a little bit of the edge for this year for 2016. Sony definitely had it strong with Uncharted and Last Guardian. Those are probably my two favorite first party games that they dropped. But next year,
remember earlier on the mod fiasco that happened between Sony and Microsoft and the Fallout games, and you can mod this, but you can't do that, and how
only
this on the Xbox, but not on the PlayStation, and all that stuff. And I thought it was, I think that was really one of the things, because I'm on PC, so I'm looking down on all this stuff happening before me, and I would say that Sony was kind of an asshole to their customers this year in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they raised the price for PS Plus.
They raised the price of PS Plus.
The games are still
I mean, wait a minute.
Continue, Jack.
To be fair about that mod situation, they said that.
Nah, Jack.
No, and listen, they said that they would allow the mods on the system, but Bethesda had to test them. They had to test them first, but Bethesda said they didn't want to do that, so Sony told them to go fuck themselves. Now. That's the same thing with Microsoft and Nintendo, bro. They got rules. If you don't abide by the rules, you got to go on with that shit, bro. And then they end up saying, and then I guess they came to a conclusion and they allowed the shit. So
as far as them jacking up,
it was only in-game assets that they allowed too, and that also meant no custom scripting either.
I don't know.
No outside assets either. I mean, as a Fallout dude, I'm a Fallout guy first and foremost.
That
That is
sucks.
bullshit.
That sucks.
Look, I'm sorry you can't turn your character into the Magic School Bus on the PlayStation, but I'm sure it's still a fun game. Okay.
As far as them jacking up the price, you see, I had the foresight to know that these companies, all have, scumbag in their genetics. So right when the PlayStation 4 came out and the Xbox One, I had bought like cards for like the next 8 years. Like no lie.
So they finessed you.
I got PSN until like 2022.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You definitely stocked up. All right, yo. Let's move on. Microsoft made a tweet about what was that tweet, man? Can Jamie?
What game are you looking forward to in 2017?
Oh,
Yes, and
yeah.
if you scroll down through the replies, man, everybody is saying Black Ops 2, which left me scratching my head like, damn, like, are these guys really,
Wait.
most anticipated, hyped up game that they're looking forward to in 2017? Black Ops 2 is just left me wondering, like,
Wait,
damn.
Black Ops 2 already came out, didn't it?
Yeah, they want for backwards compatibility.
They want it for backwards compatibility, yeah. So when I seen that shit, like I was wild, and I was like, damn, like mans are really like out of all the shit to ask for, like new IPs, new games,
Borderlands 3,
some next shit.
Yeah.
Mans are asking for Black Ops 2. Okay, yo, I'll give them Black Ops 2 was heat, but come on, like really out of all the shit to ask for Black Ops 2?
I mean, that's what they want,
Yeah,
man.
You got to understand what ended up happening with that particular tweet is that, like, if you look at the first reply, it's a Black Ops 2 community tweet. And what they did is they retweeted it and basically said, everybody get on this. That's what happened in that particular one. But you got to look at the Black Ops 2 thing. Like, that has been like in at least the top 3 most requested backwards compatible game on the request list. Like, that has been in the top 3 since backwards compatibility was announced.
Yeah.
And every single time they ignore it and they give it something else. And we know Activision's making a remaster of this thing. we know they're going to do it. And that's why they're not putting it out.
Yeah, they're probably gonna release it with their next Call of Duty. Seems like they need to do that to sell CODs nowadays. Give 2 in
and
1.
it clearly didn't work with this last one either.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Didn't.
Yo, I heard Infinite Warfare is dead. Can someone confirm that for me?
Let me check the for what it's worth. I'll check the Steam.
Someone in the chat. Let's get the chat people involved.
I never heard anybody say they played this
Is
game.
Infinite Warfare dead? Like,
I finished Infinite Warfare. I played it.
Infinite Warfare campaign is dope.
The campaign is cool, but multiplayer is trash.
I'm playing it online.
yo, but how the players online though? Like, are people still playing that shit, or is it like pretty much dead?
All right, today on PC, on Steam, there were 5,076 people playing Infinite Warfare.
First of all,
Which is
Jesus Christ.
Activision tried to finesse people into keep playing that game because it's a broken trophy that you got to win 5 matches to get the trophy. It doesn't work.
That still broken?
It still don't work.
I don't know if it's still. Last time I checked, it was broken.
Bro, that still can't be broken, bro.
Nah, keep it on here.
I didn't hear about no patch, so I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you about the situation here on Xbox. What they did is you can play Infinite Warfare for free right now. You can play it, and they have what they end up doing is that you only get like the level 20 on the multiplayer, something like that. Like they limited it, and so because before I've been tracking it for the last 2 months, it was maybe breached the top 10 list, and Black Ops 3 was in the top 5 the whole time. And as of today, it's finally passed Black Ops 3, but it's still behind Battlefield 1 and Grand Theft Auto 5 and NBA 2K17.
damn.
I wonder what them sales would be if they didn't bundle in the Call of Duty 4 remaster
Yo,
with
I think it
the
would
Legacy
be pretty
Edition.
bad. It probably would have been pretty bad. Yo,
That's
but
what
I still haven't even copped it. So like, yo, I've done good, bro. I still haven't copped it. So I want to play the campaign though. Of Infinite Warfare.
The campaign is great. I think the campaign is better than Black Ops 3, but
Way better.
I think
Black
the
Ops 3 campaign is
multiplayer. I think
garbage.
the multiplayer sucks, and Black Ops 3 multiplayer is better than Infinite Warfare.
The best Call of Duties are World at War and Black Ops 1 is definitely not better than that.
No. This is the first Call of Duty I haven't played the multiplayer. Not a single match. Probably since like Call of Duty before Call of Duty 2.
They join trash. Anyway.
The multiplayer.
I played a handful of matches, and I'm like, I'm good. I'd rather play Titanfall.
I played 2 matches of the beta, deleted it, done. Never touched it again.
Yeah. All right, yo, let's go to the Twitter question real quick. My boy Los Dreams asks, what games do you guys think will be better? Or what games do you guys think will be better? Horizon or Scalebound?
F Los.
Los, so since BG so passionate, what game do you think is gonna be better, man? Horizon or we already know you.
He's a long shot whore, but you stay with that long shot on Gears. Horizon or Scalebound?
Yeah. I'm guessing you're more excited for.
I'm not going to answer that question. That's dumb. I'm not going to entertain that question. Like, let's be real. Let's be real.
Yo,
and it's not even. And it got nothing to do with the platform. It's got everything to do with the makers of the game. Platinum Games make, like I said, they make 3 trash games and then 1 good game. I don't know if they're gonna play Russian roulette and decide like maybe Scalebound should be our good game.
Only their licensed games suck, bro. Have you noticed that?
No, not only their licensed games.
Okay, name one of their non-licensed games.
Transformers game is pretty good.
Yeah, Devastation wasn't bad. I beat it.
It was okay. It wasn't great.
All right, so we already know BG's answer. King Pony himself. All right, Valor.
Nothing to do with that, bro.
I'm just talking shit, bro. Yo, Valor,
I'm gonna have to go with Horizon, man. I think Horizon looks phenomenal, man. Like when you just see those 2 games next to each other, come on, man, that's easy. I'm interested in Scalebound though. Like,
yeah, for sure.
I think it might be a good game. I got hopes for it, but
Hold on.
Man, look at Horizon though, man.
Real quick, let me name all the Platinum Games games, right? Okay. Cool. Mad World.
Mad World was okay. I'm gonna tell you if they're trash or good because I played
Bayonetta. Okay, that's critically acclaigned. Vanquish, okay. And
Vanquish is garbage.
Vanquish was sick.
Vanquish is heat.
It was good. I said it was good. Anarchy Reigns, garbage. Metal Gear Rising, average.
Heat. Metal Gear Rising is heat, bro. I love that.
Average. Bayonetta 2, great. Legend of Korra, garbage. Transformers, average. Star Fox Zero, Star Fox Guard, garbage. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, garbage.
Trash.
Nier Automata and Scalebound, we don't know yet, but
Nier's
70% of
Nier so far is looking good.
Yo, Nier's heat, bro. Don't even disrespect Nier right now. I played that demo. Yo, that's a day 1 copy. Nier's heat, bro. Nier's heat. Still, I'm feeling it. But I hear what you're trying to say. Yeah, Platinum Games seems to be like a hit or miss studio sometimes. So you gotta see what Scalebound. But then again, y'all, I ain't really like. Look, I'm excited for Horizon. Don't get it twisted. Like looking at the gameplay from what I've seen so far, it looks great. But yo, you already know, man. I'm not a big fan of Guerrilla Games. I said this before on other podcasts. So
are you sexist?
I'm not a. Nah, I'm not a.
Are you Solid Rev?
I'm not Solid Rev, bro.
I'm not a big fan of Guerrilla Games.
I'm not a big fan of Guerrilla Games, to be quite honest. So this is the game that's gonna prove me wrong and show me if they're like sick or not. You know what I'm saying? So, but so far I'm loving what I'm seeing from Horizon. And if I had to say like which one I'm more excited to play, I feel like I haven't seen enough of Scalebound. Like the footage I saw, it looks cool, but I want to see more. I've seen more of Horizon. Horizon, looks more interested to me personally. So, Anchorman, what would you say, man?
I'm not interested in either, honestly. The only thing I'm looking forward to Scalebound is it's co-op.
It's co-op?
That's it.
This might be a big feature too, yep. J-Man, what were you saying?
No, I was saying the thing about Horizon for me right now, because, you go look at it and it looks good. The environments are good. But from the people who have played it, not like the industry journalists, from the BGs and the Aircuts, like when they come back and tell me that the gameplay is great, like that means more to me.
I remember Erica saying
that means more to me than hearing anything else or seeing anything else on the screen. So, but Scalebound is my most anticipated game for Xbox next year.
Yeah, so me too. Out of all the games, which is not a lot to be quite honest, out of all the games they have announced, Scalebound's easily like probably the one I'm looking forward to the most. Like I see a lot of people hyping Crackdown, but let's keep it 100, bro.
Nah, I don't
Crackdown 1 wasn't even a great game. It was okay. Crackdown 1 was definitely Crackdown 1. I beat Crackdown 2 too. Crackdown 2 was ass. It was definitely very, very mediocre. So you're like the franchise itself is not like critically acclaimed. You know what I'm trying to say? That's why I'm not like super excited for Crackdown. You know what I'm saying? Because if the first 2 games were like amazing and mind blowing, then obviously the third one I'll be like, yo, I can't wait for this shit. But the first 2 are just like, it's just okay. Everyone bought Crackdown 1 just for that Halo 3 beta demo. Because that's what everyone bought the first Crackdown for first. Anyways, no one wanted to play that shit. But I guess we gotta see. It's gonna have the whole cloud computing thing with destructible environments. But seeing the little clips of gameplay in their trailers, and which is funny, Crackdown 3 has no real trailers. All their trailers are like tech demos of developer diaries type shit. Have you guys noticed that? Like, Crackdown 3 has no real trailer. Yeah, we haven't seen nothing.
Nothing much. They showed a little bit of the destruction with the which I think is the online only part.
All the footage of Crackdown seemed to be like developer diaries type shit. Have you guys noticed? There's not like one real like
That's how we knew the game
gameplay trailer. There's no real gameplay trailer.
Games don't exist until we have a release date.
They're always showing gameplay off screen and off shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
A hard set release date. Like I'm definitely believing that, Rags. You don't, unless it has a hard set. This game's coming out December 12th, 2017.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, we've had so many delays and so many cancellations and so many disappointments that have happened over the last year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever. At this point, I don't even try to hype myself up. I mean, especially on PC, there's a constant stream of games coming out. So I'm just when a game comes out, I'll take a look at it. If it looks cool, I'll go for it. But I'm not going to set myself up for massive disappointment by focusing on one game and watching it and waiting and waiting and waiting. And then when it comes out, it's nothing like what they said it would be. I mean, it's best to just take things a week, every week at a time and just play what you have. And as games come filtering through to you, just, play them as they come. They don't get stale. Mm-hmm. They don't expire. They're always going to be there for you.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I totally agree. That's why I don't even get hype about any games coming out anymore. Like, this generation just killed the joy of looking forward to a game. I'm at the point when a game is coming out, like, this sucker better work. That's not the point. It better work. I don't want to see no bad graphics.
I'm still kind of
nothing.
I'm still kind of optimistic. I can't even lie. Certain trailers still get me extremely hyped, like Spider-Man. God damn, Spider-Man. Even that little trailer that they showed, I'm super hyped for that game. I know they're gonna deliver. Insomniac is definitely gonna deliver.
That's what has me more hyped about Spider-Man as a developer.
That's what has me really, confident that that game's gonna be good because I know the developers behind it. They're really good with traversal. Look at Sunset Overdrive, amazing game.
Oh, love that game.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite
games.
games.
Of Ratchet and Clank looks like a Pixar movie. You know what I'm saying? Like they have a really good background. So man, Spider-Man, this Spider-Man's gonna be heat, man. I think it's actually gonna be heat.
Man, I really hope Spider-Man's good. I got like battered wife syndrome.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm just like, I love Spider-Man games. I've loved them since PlayStation 2 or even PlayStation 1 with that with the Venom Carnage Doc Ock one. I can never remember. They didn't name them other than just Spider-Man. I love those games. I will play a Spider-Man game no matter how bad it is. I may not buy it day one. I'll wait for that sale, but I will play it.
Yeah.
And I really hope. Like I want Spider-Man to be so good now.
Yeah. All right, yo, let's move on. I want to talk about handhelds a little bit. And yo, how many of you guys have gamed on a handheld in the past? BG, go first because I know you probably gamed the least. What handhelds have you owned?
My last handheld was the PSP, and then
before that, what do you have?
Then I had hair on my nuts, so I stopped playing those. You said before that, of course I had the Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, whatever came. I had all of the handhelds that came out before that.
Okay. All right, Valor, what handhelds do you have before I get into any real discussion? And what would you say was your top three? Like, what would you say is your top three, Valor? Have you had gamed on any handhelds?
Top three handheld games or
handhelds?
Handhelds, like the system, the portables. Your top three handhelds.
My top three handhelds: the original Game Boy.
Okay.
I want to say the Game Boy. Man, what Game Boy was that? SP? It was.
Yeah, the flippy one was
the
SP.
Backlight. Oh my god, the backlight.
Backlight was everything.
Revolutionary.
That was heat. Yeah.
And the PSP. PSP was
a freaking light like blew our minds back in the day.
Oh yeah,
I used to have simpler. No, you remember those? Little things you had to plug into the side with the bendy lights?
Yeah,
yes.
That was for the color. That was for the Game Boy Color.
A worm or something? A worm light? Oh.
Yeah, worm light.
That was for the Game Boy Color. I remember I had one of those.
Yeah.
Well, I remember there was a
Advanced-
printer
Advanced
attachment
one.
for the original Game Boy.
Yeah.
I mean, I always liked the handhelds. I remember unboxing the original Game Boy on Christmas, or like the night before Christmas. I played that thing all night.
Yeah, Miss Tech, man. Miss Tech, you grew up playing any handhelds, and what's your top three?
Yeah, I had the original Game Boy. Oh damn, I'm telling my age. I had like the original Game Boy. I had the Game Boy Color.
That was my first handheld, by the way. That handheld.
Game Boy. And then I had a Game Boy Advance, but I think somebody stole that from me when I was a kid. So that shit was gone. And I mean, I live in the hood, man. That's what happens, man. You get got sometimes. And my last handheld I had was the God of War edition of PSP, the first one, the all red one.
Okay.
And yeah, so but my favorite three is like the original Game Boy Color, and the PSP, because me and my friends was really on it. Definitely was playing Dragon Ball Z on that thing.
Woo! You get so much rating. You get so much ratings. She gets too much ratings right now for that. Was that Shin Budokai was heat? Jeez, on the PSP. Yo, Rags, do you have any handhelds? And what would be your top three?
I do. I had a Game Boy Advance, a Game Boy SP. I had a 3DS. I have a 3DS XL that I still play. I use it for trips and when I'm at people's houses and stuff. I never had a PSP. Never was really interested in it that much. But I mean, man, there have been a lot of good games across those Game Boys. There have been a lot of good games for it. But probably the 3DS has been the best of them all. I've really, really enjoyed a lot of the games I've played on it. And it has great longevity, a huge library, so many fantastic games, everything from Final Fantasy Tactics to Elite Beat Agents to all sorts of stuff. It's great. Which makes me wonder why they're trying to infringe on their own territory with the Switch. But what do I know? Foolish. What do I know? I'm no businessman. What do I know?
Rags doesn't know shit. Yo, Jack, move. Yo,
did you? I'm just a faggot.
Tell us your Jack, yo, tell us your handheld experience. Yo, what would be your top three handhelds? Jack, you dead?
He turned into a clicker.
Yeah. I think Jack cut down the building. All right, yo, we'll get back to Jack. Oh no, shit! There you go. Jay made. Yeah, you want to go?
When I said I didn't care about the PSP, I triggered him.
I know.
Yeah. No, my first memory was my Game Boy Color was like one of my first handhelds that I got with the Pokemon Yellow Edition.
Jeez.
Yeah, I remember.
I remember. Yes, I had that too. Oh yeah.
I remember popping like the Christmas present open like a couple of days before. And I seen like the blue background I think it had and like the Pokemon Pikachu shit, and I was hyped. So I just remember playing that all throughout, my childhood and getting like Legend of Zelda, Oracle Ages and Seasons, playing that on a Game Boy Color. PSP was another Christmas gift that I had got one year, and that library was just crazy. We gonna talking about the Vita.
We're going to get to that.
We're
going to get to that. We're going to get sit in, because that's what's next. Yo, I just want to go quick with the paddle. Yo, Jack, you back? Okay, we can't hear Jack. Anchorman, yo.
Oh, man, I had every Nintendo handheld from Game Boy Color through 3DS. Like, even the micro.
That original Game Boy was like putting like a cocaine brick to your face, yo. That
was huge. That shit was huge. That shit was
hella big.
Yo, Mister, it can't fit in your pocket in a handheld BG. What kind of bullshit is that?
It could fit in your pocket, but you couldn't fit nothing else in there.
Yo, okay. BG said that if a handheld gaming device, can't fit in your pocket, it's not a handheld. Yeah. You guys agree with that bullshit? That's like probably like the dumbest shit I've ever heard, bro.
That's the rule.
There you go. No, how's that the real BG? How's that? Yeah, we can hear you, bro. How's that the real BG? Explain real quick.
It's been the rule since like the existence of handhelds. What handheld have you not been able to fit in your pocket?
There's a lot, bro. There's a lot.
Like what?
The original Vita was fucking huge. I don't know what kind of fit it in your pocket.
Does your back pocket count?
Fucking DS was a hard.
Yeah, the first.
You still could. You
definitely could.
You couldn't put anything else in your pocket, but
it looked like you had a fucking tumor out your leg with one of those.
Then you whip that thing out, and everyone wants to be your friend.
Oh boy. Hey, all right, yo, Jack, we were just talking about handhelds. What would your top three be?
My top three, no particular order: the Vita, The Game Boy,
we're gonna definitely have fun with you
the
today.
Game Boy Color and the Game Boy Advance.
Okay.
Dang,
All right.
left the PSP out like
I
that.
know.
I ain't like the graphics on the PSP.
I've been having heated debates on Twitter with people, and people have been coming at me sideways saying that the PS Vita is a better or had better games than the PSP. And any real nigga knows. Any real nigga knows the PSP's library completely shits.
It does.
Hey, wait a minute.
Completely.
Can't
It's
you?
not even close. It's not even a debate. And
It's not.
real
Wait a
quick,
minute.
let me get to the chat guys.
The
Real
PSP
quick.
support was crazy.
The PSP, which had the better games 5 years out, the PSP or the PS Vita? Guys in the chat, go and let me know.
Can't you play all the
All right,
PSP games on the Vita though?
That doesn't count. We're talking about Vita games.
Doesn't
I
count.
mean, if you can play it, if you can play it,
bragging about PSP games though on your Vita, right?
I
Look,
mean, it's both. Man, I don't fucking know. You can play it on both. Like,
all right, so Jack, make your case saying why the PS Vita is better than the PSP in games. Why? Like games? Why?
I don't know. I just didn't fuck with the PSP. I ain't like it.
Bro, it had way better games. Like the PSP had its own GT, God of War, had Naruto games, any games that you could imagine. The fucking PSP game had it.
I get the God of War games. I get them.
Liberty City, Vice City story.
Like, yo, I'm looking at the PSP. Yo, the PS Vita is literally the most disappointing handheld I've
Stop it.
ever witnessed. Because my expectations for this handheld was so high, and they started off with Heat, Uncharted, Golden Abyss. I'm like, yo, is this shit gonna be the norm? Because this is Heat. Gravity Rush came out. I thought that was fire. What else dropped? I don't even know. But
I like the Killzone Mercenary game.
Well, people in the US stopped supporting it. That's probably why they
that
stopped
wasn't
making
bad. And when they got the ports of the Mortal Kombat, I thought that was all cool. But where's all the original games on the PS Vita? Like the original games that the PSP had. Like I was expecting like maybe the PS Vita to have their own, versions of like Ratchet and all of this. Like the PSP did. The PSP had so many original IPs. It's crazy. The library is not even a comparison. That's what I'm trying to say, man. That's all I gotta say.
A lot of PS Vita games that were like, mainline Sony franchises. Some of them games got like canceled and shit. Like Sony didn't even want making them games. Like,
yo, they dropped support quick, bro. They dropped support.
Yeah, the first party did. Yeah.
No first party support on the PS Vita. So I don't know how. That's why I really wanted to get Tony on this, because he's a real PS Vita supporter. He thinks it's the greatest handheld of all time, which I think he's absolutely fucking crazy. So shout out to Tony.
It just depends on what type of games you like. Like if you like JRPGs, you'll fucking
yeah. But you act like the PSP didn't have tons of those too.
Yeah, but the Vita got a lot of them shits though. Like
yeah, the PSP has tons of those too. Plus it has all the other games too, all the original IPs and exclusives. Pursuit Force, Heat, Wipeout, Pulse, Heat, Griff Shift. I don't know if niggas played that shit. That was Heat too. Like, I feel like, the PSP is not even a debate. Like, it completely destroys the Vita.
There's a lot of these weeb games on the Vita, aren't there?
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
You know what's crazy? I bet Sony made more. You know what though? As far as software goes, Sony definitely made more money off the Vita than the fucking PSP. Because most people that had the PSP stole their fucking games.
I can't lie.
See, exactly.
Yeah, I did buy a lot of games though, but I can't even lie. When I got that PSP 2000, my shit was modded real quick. So.
Yeah, a lot of people did that.
Yeah, I can't even lie. I'll be a liar if I say I didn't mod my shit. All right, so let's move on. Okay, 2017. There's a lot of big games coming out this year, so hopefully they don't get delayed or anything. So I just want to go around and see what everybody's
big steaming pile of shit
most anticipated game of 2017 is. So, BG, want to start it off? What's your most anticipated game of 2017?
I don't know if I could pick one, but as far as we know, I'm gonna pick three. I'm gonna go with Neo, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Red Dead Redemption.
You're not beating Neo, bro.
I know I'm beating Neo before BG.
I beat Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne and Salt and Sanctuary.
What they got to do with Neo?
Neo?
All right, bro.
Okay. Back off.
Lord, what are you looking forward to in 2017?
I'm gonna have to say Red Dead Redemption, Horizon, and hopefully God of War.
Oh man,
That's not coming.
That's not.
Yeah, I don't think that's coming either. I don't think that's coming out. I heard the game was playable from beginning to end, but I feel like that's a 2018 title
Yeah.
for sure.
That's what made me feel like it might be this year, but it might not be this year.
I'm pretty sure it's a 2018 title, man, for sure. No way that's dropping this year. I'll be really surprised if it is. Rags, what are you looking forward to in 2017?
To be honest, I kind of stay away from the hype and all that. There's a lot of big games that'll be coming out. Mass Effect Andromeda. There will be Resident Evil 7. There's Ghost Recon Wildlands.
I know, right?
You got that Horizon Zero Dawn. They're making another Prey.
Oh yeah, the Prey look good.
They have For Honor.
Can't wait to destroy them.
Legend of
Yo,
Zelda Breath
he's
of the
gonna get that
Wild.
work, bro. For Honor, you already knows what it is.
I think they're making a second Injustice.
Yeah.
And I know there's a ton of people who really care about that Halo Wars 2.
Yeah, that shit gonna flop. Let's keep it 100. Like I can't say I'm excited for that shit, man.
Sniper Elite 4. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Y'all sleeping.
This man naming all the releases. I know.
Everything. What's your most anticipated? Like, goddamn.
Y'all sleeping on Halo Wars though.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
I was about to
Halo
ask you,
Wars.
BG. You getting that? I know you're in the RTSs a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna get it.
It's pretty fun.
Red Dead 2.
Yo, let me tell you guys one thing. The only strategy games I play are Fire Emblem, Fire, Heat, and the one I play occasionally with my bro, Ages of Empires 2. And that's probably about it. Like I don't really fuck with too much strategy games like that.
Me either.
Well, Divinity Original Sin 2 is going to be coming out this year, so keep an eye on that if you're big into in-depth adventure games. The first one was stellar.
I forgot to say Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's right. I named it for you.
Yo, Jack, if you don't stop,
I'm really looking
He says
forward
that
to
everyone
that.
cares. That's all right. It's fine.
Jack, don't stop.
I don't think it's fucking trash. Facts.
Mr. Tech, Mr. Tech, what are you looking forward to?
Any games that are coming out, I hope they work. Any game, I'm at the point. Any game that could work, even with I will get the Xbox Scorpio when it comes out. Whatever it's going to be, I hope that sucker work too. Okay, because I won't buy no broken, hardware. You know what I'm saying? People weren't hyping this up, so whatever works. But I'm actually looking for two games I am really looking forward to is Zero Dawn, I'm gonna get that. Horizon, I'm gonna get that, and I really want to see more about Scalebound, but I feel like Scalebound is not gonna come out this year. God, we haven't seen.
That would be a tragedy.
I just feel like no. I haven't.
That's crazy.
That would be fucking crazy. Like
That would be absolutely insane if Scalebound doesn't drop.
You heard it here, folks.
that's Jordan Crawford's word right there.
Yo, Miss Tech, if you right on this, oh man. If you right on this,
it seems like we haven't heard nothing. We see no gameplay.
I mean, if we don't get a trailer like halfway through the year at least, then it's definitely not coming out.
Yeah, have you guys
We'll
noticed?
see by June.
They say it around April though, right?
Yo, another game that's supposed to come out that we haven't seen jack shit of. It's coming out this year. State of Decay 2. Another game.
That's coming out.
They still got time for State of Decay. I'm not worried about that.
They just announced that at E3, so
I feel like that might not even come out this year. If out of all of Microsoft's games, that might not come out this year. That's what I feel like.
Didn't they say that was a holiday game?
We haven't seen jack shit of it.
no, that was Dead Rising.
Oh, okay.
We haven't seen jack.
I don't know.
shit.
Microsoft is better though with showing games and releasing them that same year. So I don't know because they did that with Record. Well, we saw the reveal, but the first time we seen Record was this year.
Okay, they're good at doing that with a few titles. We already know they're gonna show Forza 7, Motorsport 7, which got leaked, and they're gonna release it this year. They're good with certain.
And they did that with Dead
games.
Rising 4 too.
Does Forza really need to get leaked, man? I'm tired of Forza, man.
Yeah, I wanted to touch up on that, but let's move on.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, let's do
You're
that.
tired of driving Cars 7? Okay.
Yo, J Main, what most anticipated, man?
Destiny 2 is probably like hell no.
Not yet. No, not yet.
Oh, you don't think we're gonna get Destiny 2 this year?
And you know what? I forgot to say
We'll
Destiny
probably
2.
get this year. If you follow the DLC cycle for that game, it's probably coming out this year.
I think it is.
Destiny 2 is dropping in September, man.
Horizon Zero Dawn is my most anticipated for next year. Definitely Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now I'm hearing that it's supposed to come out It's supposed to come out at launch now for the Switch.
Honestly, Jack
changes
Hey, Jack, come on.
Jack, switch Jack, go run up on Jack.
Hey man, bring all the bottles, man. Zelda.
Yo, we got
Trash.
bottles. Yo, we're gonna start clapping you with some bottles out here,
Man,
man.
y'all can toast on my head with the motherfuckers.
Yeah, Anchorman, what are you looking forward to, bro?
Nah, I'm looking forward to Sniper Elite 4, but I have like 3 titles. I'm like, these are the ones I'm really looking forward to. I wouldn't say I'm hyped about them, but I'm like, these are on my list of things to check out.
Ukulele.
I got Prey. I want to see Prey. I liked it. I thought it looked dope. Stick Shards of Darkness, which comes out in February. I played the first one. Never got a chance to finish it. Need to go back to it. It's in that backlog. But what I played, I really liked it. It's a good stealth game. And the other one that not a lot of people talking about is Vampire.
Yep, Vampire.
Didn't the team that made Life is Strange make that?
Yeah, I gotta confront BG real quick. BG, you looking forward to Yooka-Laylee, right?
Yeah.
So how is that game not too kiddie for you, but Mario is,
My problem with Mario is not that it's kiddie. It's my problem with Mario is I've been playing that before I could fucking do my ABCs. That's my problem with it. I've been playing that game for literally 2 decades. I do not want to play a game for 2 decades. That's my problem with it.
Okay. So
I have not been playing ukulele for
it's not too kiddie. It's not too kiddie for you.
My kiddie is not my problem. Have you seen some of the games I played?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so kiddie is not the problem. It's long. I don't want to play the same franchises for the most part for 2 decades. I just don't want to do it.
What's the last Mario game you played, bro?
I bought that one that came out on the Wii U. What was the first one that launched?
Is it the side-scrolling one?
Super Mario Brothers.
The side-scrolling
it was that one,
right?
which was pretty much the same as all the other ones. They just put a new in front of it.
Yeah, you should have played 3D Land still, yo.
Did 3D Lands launch with it or something? I don't remember.
No. I think you skipped the good Mario games.
Okay, yeah, Mario's Mario. I'm sorry. It wouldn't have mattered.
All right, so at least now that's out there. So basically Mario's not kiddie enough for you, but you just been playing it too much. Or you played it too much.
It's just too much. Like I don't like playing that games like for that long of my life. At least if they made if they made another IP that still played like Mario, I would be fine with that. I just don't want to play Mario.
Why you ain't buy Captain Toad then?
Yo, cause the thing that kills me, cause I be on Twitter, I see mans roast Mario. They be like, "Yo, Mario's whack. I'm a grown man." Like that, you know what I'm saying?
That's a hard-hitting person.
Make a new IP.
Then they turn around and be like, "Yo, that Crash though." That Crash Bandicoot though, you know?
Make a
turn
new
around
IP
and hype up all these other kiddie games and be like, I'm a grown man when it comes to Nintendo games. I don't understand that.
Yeah, like Crash. Like, when was the last time I played a Crash game? Like, the last Crash I played was like, because I didn't play none of the ones after Naughty Dog stopped making them. So, that's different.
Yeah, same here.
The last one I played was Team Racing, I think, which was
That was the game,
that long ago.
Oh, Knack 2. You're right, Blandrew. That's definitely on my list.
This guy said Knack 2. Knack 2
gonna be fire. You crazy.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out. The first Knack, I couldn't what's it called? Finish the playthrough. It was too fucking boring, yo. And it was long, yo. Knack 2 was kind of long too, wasn't it?
Too long. It was definitely
Wasn't it long?
It was definitely too long.
Yeah, man. All right, so Anchorman, did you already go? Did you?
I already went.
Oh, you already went. All right. So let's move on. What else we got? Oh, or I think we already touched up on it a little bit. Zelda Breath of Wild is coming. It seems to be coming on launch day with the Nintendo Switch, so that's gonna be lit.
Yeah.
PlayStation, UK made a trailer showing all the 2017 games, and they put Detroit and Dreams in the trailer, but apparently it came out that those games are not confirmed for 2017. So
Dreams need to be canceled.
Yeah, for sure.
Dumb.
That game looks whack.
Media Molecule needs to be closed.
Like, yo, y'all really gonna let them get away with making this game?
I don't even know what game. What is that a game? Is that a game? I don't know, man.
Bro, it's one of those user, and I understand Media Molecule is good at that type of stuff. The user created games, let the player create what they want. But yo, that joint looks so
Nobody
low
gonna play
budget,
it.
free to play trash.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro,
yeah, I'm definitely not getting that.
Nobody's
shit,
playing that, bro.
I'm so disappointed in something. I'm like, yo, y'all allowing this?
Yeah,
I actually like Little Big Planet, but it seemed like Little Big Planet's creation was second to the actual game.
Yo, I could never get into Little Bit. Yo, I've bought every single Little Big Planet. I cannot get into it. The platforming is so weak. I just love the platform.
I didn't like it at all. I'll play Little Big Planet any day before Dreams, though.
I don't like the way Sackboy jumps and like I just
it's floaty. It's very floaty.
Like it just don't feel right to me. Like I've been playing a lot of platformers growing up and shit. Like just the way that fucking Little Big Planet plays, I just can't. I tried. I just can't.
Maybe they put in a VR to Dreams.
Fire the head of Media Molecule.
Really? Yeah,
fire the whole fucking team.
Then make it a horror survival. Call it Nightmare.
So Detroit, you guys think that has any chance of coming out this year though? Even though like you came out and said that's not confirmed for this year.
I don't think so.
I don't think it need to come out this year.
So you guys are basically happy with all the announcements that are coming out for 2017 on PlayStation. You don't think anything needs to be added, right?
I think one more needs to be added.
I think Days Gone gonna come out this year.
I remember reading an interview saying that like that game was like far away though. I remember saying like, yo, this shit ain't coming out anytime.
I heard it was coming out. Well, it's a lot of shit pointing to it coming out this year, so I don't know.
Oh, for
real? Thing about Days Gone is that team hasn't made a game since Golden Abyss.
And also, like somebody pointed out, man, they cannot drop that game the same year as Last of Us 2. They can't do it. Because nobody
it's similar, right?
Yeah,
it's similar, right?
It's similar, and if you got the choice, nobody's picking Days Gone over there.
Yeah.
No, I think they made a game after that. Sony just like threw them in the like the handheld dumpster and like submitted them to making those type of games.
They was making another Uncharted game, and then
they reared them.
They got fucking canceled.
Oh, the Sony ban. They was making another one after working on
like, secondary projects and like I think a few remasters. Like just homework.
Oh, BG, you should be happy. HDR monitors are coming out soon, so now you don't have to get a fucking TV if you want to experience HDR.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be a while since because the first versions of those things are probably not gonna be so great.
Yeah, you're right.
So
definitely gonna be whack.
CES is this week, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I want to see the new monitors. I'm waiting for like a 4K 144 hertz monitor. Like that's what I want.
But back to Detroit, I do think we could get that this year still.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just that whole Korra project was something that they were working on back with Beyond Two Souls. So the idea isn't something that is new. But and they did say they've wrapped up all the like the mocap and all of that, and it's very like narrative based. Yeah, I think they said that. I think they said something like that.
The scale
I think he finished writing the story. I don't know, something like that. I don't know. So I don't know.
I don't think the scale of it gonna be that big either. So.
Right.
Good news for Windows people who use Windows 10. Apparently a game mode is coming. So it basically turns down the other resources and other apps running in the background. It gives you better performance while you're playing.
What percent that they were taking up?
I don't even know. I just read that shit.
That's that Windows 10 creator update, right?
Yeah, or some shit like that. Yeah.
According to the last Steam hardware survey, over half the people surveyed use Windows 10 now.
So with this, I want to ask you guys a question. Do you think Microsoft's gonna drop this whole integration in the future? Do you guys have a feeling like they're not gonna fulfill their promise, or you think how it's gonna be?
Like between Xbox and
PC.
They already went too far. Like
Xbox, where do you think this is a policy that they're gonna continue to keep, or you think they're gonna drop?
I think what they're gonna do is,
or people are not really just utilizing it.
Well, I think what they may do is they may pull like a Steam Big Picture kind of thing on the PC and say if you want to play in this mode, or what they'll do is they'll do like an Alienware Alpha sort of thing where they have. And it's not really similar to what they have sort of now, but gone just a little bit further, kind of nudge it over the edge. They sell basically a box you play games on, and games are developed for that game box. But it really is running a more open set of a specific OS. So it's kind of what it is now, but it's a bit more freer for the consumer, I guess, to where it's almost like a PC, but not quite enough to keep people feeling comfortable, I guess. But it's obvious that they see the money in the PC market and they're trying to kind of nudge their way into it.
So you don't think they're gonna backtrack though? That's my question though. You don't think they're gonna backtrack?
I don't think they
in the
will
future?
because I don't think there's really much of a reason to backtrack for the PC crowd. I think they maybe be a little too greedy in the sense of having games releasing on Windows 10 and not opening it up to Steam and all those other places. Like what happened with Quantum Break. Like no one bought it on Windows 10, so they opened it up and more people started playing it. But right now, Xbox is sort of having an identity crisis right now. And it needs to kind of pick a direction. It needs to make it obvious what that direction is. But I think Microsoft could be the one to kind of bridge the gap between the two. Because as we move into the future, consoles aren't going to be able to keep up.
Okay, so I remember I was talking to my boy Arsenal. Shout out to Arsenal, man. He thinks that Microsoft might drop this whole policy of play anywhere and this whole cross-play and all of this shit. He feels like if it's not successful, it might drop. BG, what do you think? You think that will ever happen?
You know how much slander they would come under if they even never let them live. People still can't get over what they did a few years ago. This will ripple throughout the time of gaming history if they do this. They can't do it.
2013 was arguably one of the biggest scandals in gaming history, and I will call it a scandal. But it is hurting them to this day, and they need to be very open about what they want to do, because it's not necessarily a bad thing trying to move it in a certain direction, but they got to do it the right way. They got to keep the best of both worlds. What they tried to do in 2013 was they didn't give you the advantages of both. They gave you the disadvantages of PC and the disadvantages of console, put them together and said, buy this shit, and no one did. Instead of giving you the advantages of console and the advantages of PC, morphing them together into this one thing, slapping the word Xbox on it, and then running with that.
I feel you. Anchorman, we haven't heard from you in a bit. Do you think that Microsoft is going to backtrack, or you think basically this is it? This is what we're getting. This is the future.
I don't think they will, namely because at least the messaging's been very, very much go anywhere with your games, play your games, follow you. That's been the messaging I've been hearing a lot. One of the things they've been saying is okay, the 360 games you bought coming to Xbox, and even you can take some of those Xbox games and move them over to PC and play on there wherever you like, and to varying degrees of success depending on the game. I don't think they're going to drop it anytime soon. I think they're kind of waiting to see how Scorpio goes. Like if Scorpio is a big success and it all works out, people that would like the option to move back and forth wherever they want. So I think it's a little too early to call, but I'd say at least right now, I don't think they will.
Not for this generation, at least.
Yeah, I think Microsoft saw the writing on the wall, but they acted too quickly and they didn't do it in the right way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jack, do you think this is a problem now Microsoft is sharing? Some people do. How they're sharing games of Windows 10.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a problem?
Wait a minute, what you say? You think? Do I think it's a problem they're sharing games on Windows 10?
Yeah. Do you think some people see it as a problem? Are you one of those people that sees it as a problem?
I mean, I'm sure it's profitable for Microsoft, so I'm sure they don't give a fuck. Like
they don't care where you play.
Yeah, they don't be tripping off this shit.
I feel like that's how I feel like. I feel like some people look at it and be like, "Oh, Xbox has no exclusives," but I feel like Microsoft doesn't care where you play the game as long as
if you buy it, they're gonna get cash for it.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like they don't give a shit where you play it. All right, go ahead. You don't want an Xbox? Haha, Xbox done. I'm gonna play it on my PC. The saying that all Xbox fanboys hate.
And I'm sure the devs
that's a good
love
thing.
it.
That's a good thing, though. That's a good thing for
Microsoft.
I think Microsoft want that. They don't give a shit where you play the game. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to support Xbox on the PC, that's a fine option too.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. Like that's why the whole thing when Quantum Break went to PC and dudes was like, "Did you ask the Xbox fans?" Phil Spencer was probably like, "Who mans is this?"
I mean, it's still Xbox brand.
Talking about
so.
Yes. I still consider them Xbox games
now. It's the same setup. I mean, it's not. It doesn't hurt to have it on multiple platforms.
Yeah, the toxic idea that the more people who could play it is a bad thing sucks, and that's a horrible attitude to have.
Yeah, but I think that's one of the reasons why PlayStation maybe has a strived, right? Because basically none of their games go nowhere. You have no choice, and I think Sony has to do this route because first of all, they don't have no other like real option. You know, they need people to buy their console, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, their movie they're not doing too great in the movie department.
Your cell phones tank too.
In an ideal world, these would be different systems, sets of hardware and services that are competing with one another. But as third-party exclusives are cancer. I understand first-party ones, but third-party ones are cancer. They're not good for the consumer or the developers who make them. And it would be better for everybody. Obviously, the more people who have the largest pool of games to choose from, the better. And right now, I think if Microsoft came out and they said, well, what they might end up doing is instead of the Xbox being a thing, it is a service. And you can also use that service on a box. But the Xbox service is also available on the PC. So if I go to Windows 10 to the bottom left and click this Windows icon, and there's this Windows service, and all I have to do is click that, and boom, I am part of, I'm in it. It's there. I've got my profile. It's all set up. If they make it as easy to use and give it a big library like Steam does, they have the capacity to make it a good competitor because competition's good, especially with Steam to keep them in check. But if I can just go down, click a button, and boom, I'm in the Xbox environment, but I still get all my benefits of playing on the PC. And if they make all the co-op games, if they make all the PvE games cross-play, I think that'll be better for everybody because it'll keep their games lasting longer. It'll keep the communities alive longer. And I think it's almost nothing but advantages.
Okay.
All right. I mean, the industry is moving more towards that service-based stuff. I remember reading some when I was still in college. I think it was like back in early 2013, right after the PlayStation 4 reveal, where they were doing an interview with Yoshida, and he was saying that he sees the future because they were asking about PlayStation 5 for some reason. I don't know why, back in 2013. And he was saying that he thinks the PlayStation was moving more in a service direction, where because it's clearly where the money's going, and you don't have to worry about the development cost of having a hardware all the time.
And developers get more money from being able to develop games that can be purchased by a much larger audience. So it's good for them too, because ultimately it's the developers that you have to keep going, because they're the ones who make this. That they make the products.
I just think third party exclusive games, the quality has just gone down. Like they're just not as good as they were before. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm playing a lot more indie games. I'm playing a lot more indie games than I used to. And I hate how indie games get shat on and they have such negative connotations now. But I mean, if I go to my Steam right now and I look at my my recently played, I wouldn't be surprised if I mean almost all this stuff was indie games. I just loaded Arma 3 back up, Witcher 3, Dirty Bomb, Vermintide, 7 Days to Die, all this stuff. Those are indie games. For the most part. They're not these big AAA things.
Yeah, I agree, man. I'm kind of gravitated more towards the whole AA market. You know, the AA market's been basically phased out. Basically, these smaller AAA experiences that don't really get that much attention and don't get any real press. Like, they're not like the Mass Effects or the Halos or the Uncharted or something like that. They're just smaller games that exist. And like I would say Sniper Elite would be one of those games where it's a small little franchise. And I just enjoy games like that. Or a Vampire game.
And they have smaller budgets, so they don't have to sell as much, which is the deal.
Yeah.
You don't have remember when the Tomb Raider reboot came out, and it was considered a flop, even though it sold a gajillion billion copies.
At the time, it was 5.5 million copies, and they were complaining.
Yeah,
it was like 6 months after release.
Square themselves called it a flop for themselves. Which,
because that's the bar that they set.
Because Square Enix was fucking broke at the time. That's why.
I mean, like right now, 7 Days to Die, for instance, has today. I was checking on Steam charts earlier just randomly. It turns out that today was the most popular day that they had ever had. They had 23,000 people playing 7 Days to Die, this shitty-looking indie game, which is actually really good. But it just goes so you can have if a game is good and it gives you a reason to go back to it. You have a good, fair business model, which in this game's case is just you buy it once and you play it. I mean, 23. This game came out 3 days before DayZ did, and it's got 23,000 people playing right now.
Yeah.
So there is this AA market that you said. It's arguably it's thriving. It just make good games, market them well, give people a reason to keep coming back, and there you go.
Yeah. All right, so we in 2017 now, and the hype for Scorpio is starting to, these executives are starting to hype the Scorpio. So Aaron Greenberg declared 2017 the year of Project Scorpio, as he should, because obviously it's part of the Xbox team. So I would have asked the chat a little bit of question: is it the year of Scorpio, or is it the year of the Nintendo Switch gang? So I want the people in the chat to answer, and I better see a lot of Switch gang posts.
We come in with bottles.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So what obstacles does the Scorpio have to overcome, man? Like, what obstacles do you see like its biggest obstacle it has to overcome?
True 4K.
Well, to me, they're going to have the same problem the PlayStation Pro did. It's going to be very hard to display what they trying to show you. You know what I'm saying? Because most people are not going to be watching E3 on a 4K display. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see a difference for that price. It ain't worth it. It's going to be the same shit all over again, man.
Yeah. You're going to be the same idiots watching the IGN video, but they watching it in like 1080p. They don't even know it.
This is in 240p. Yeah, like shut your dumb ass.
In 1080p. It look the same.
Yeah, man. That's the thing. Like, they're gonna show this and they're gonna come out and say native 4K. Even if the games are running native 4K, like it's not gonna translate well with people through stream. 4K is one of those things you have to, experience it yourself live on, so it's gonna be hard to really explain people like that. So if the differences do not look strikingly different, it's gonna be a hard sell, especially if the Scorpio is gonna be priced at a higher price point. So like, I really don't know what's gonna go down. Like, I'm just curious to see how all of this plays out. Whether it's gonna be a flop or not, I think price is gonna be a huge factor. Whether it's gonna be a flop or not,
price.
That's gonna be the same with the Switch. Like, niggas are talking all this shit about the Switch, but the Switch,
oh my god,
if the Switch come out is $199 or $250, that shit's going burn.
Can't be over $250 though.
If it's $250, $199, $250 around that point, you already know this shit's gonna be sold out at launch, especially Zelda's launching with it. So I don't know what you guys trying to front, like that shit ain't gonna fly off the shelf.
I'm buying it.
Miss Tech knows she's getting it.
I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, of course it'll fly off the shelves. People don't know anything about it, and they've already said they're gonna buy it.
I know, right?
No, looking at the trailer, I'm like, okay, that says something like I'll be interested in. So
yeah,
you heard that? You heard that new rumor that
damn
just came
style, bro. Yeah, I heard something about $350.
No, it's another rumor after that.
What?
That is not getting any current gen ports.
Really?
I believe that though.
Yeah.
And the GPU is only running at 40% clock speed when it's not docked.
Yo, but I heard that fucking shit can be up to the developer, so I know everyone's like running.
Bro, you was about to be playing 360 versions of games on your fucking Switch, bro. Just get ready for it.
Yo, first of all, I'm not playing multiplats on the Switch anyways, so I don't know why you guys are trying to front like I'm gonna be playing these multiplats. I'm only buying the Switch for my Nintendo games. Facts. Why is anyone else buying a damn Switch for it? To play a fucking multiplats? Come on, let's be real. If anyone's getting the Switch, you want to play the Fire Emblems, you want to play the Pokemons, you want to play the Mario Karts, you want to play the Smash.
Some people just want to have one console though.
Well,
I would
want
love
to
to
have
play
that
third-party
option,
games
man.
on
Like for me, like I want to be able to play Fallout 4 on the Switch.
My brother played Black Ops on the Nintendo Wii because that's all he had.
My condolences.
It was something. It was a thing.
Oh my gosh! I know. No joke. I started playing. I played Modern Warfare on the Wii, and I played Black Ops 1 on the Wii, and then when I switched over to 360, I played Black Ops. Totally different game. Like my mind was blown. I was like, "What you mean? What was that map? It's that map that's like in Cuba. It has like it's like a two, and it's like 3 streets, and there's like this little spot in the middle where it's just 2 buildings looking at each other. That's it. It's not Newtown. What is it?
Which Black Ops you talking about?
Black Ops 1.
And isn't it like Havana or something?
Yeah, that might be it. I just do not recall what it was.
Well, the opening mission was in Havana.
Like on the Wii, one, you had lower textures, but just
like imagine everything worse.
Just
Literally
that little
everything is worse.
yeah.
The way it looked, the resolution, the frame rate, the textures, the controls.
All right, yo, you know what?
Everything is
I'm tired
worse.
of all you niggas. Yo, everyone just come out and say it, bro. BG, switch, flop, or success right now, bro. Which one? All right, yo, Vlor, yo, switch, flop, or success.
I say success.
All right, Regs, flop or success.
Heck, hell, anything's a success after the Wii U.
All right, so that's good. I like that. Miss Tech, flop or success? What do you think?
Success.
All right, Jack, flop or success?
I'm gonna call it a trout, man. It's gonna flip flop.
All right, JB, yo, what is it? Because you be wishy-washy out here, bro.
Cause I ain't seen no new IPs yet.
All right, yo, flop or success, bro? Answer now or this
my
bottle
God.
coming for you, bro.
All right.
Nigga, what's this, a game initiation? What you doing?
I can't call it, man. I can't call it.
Yo, flop, yo, make a prediction from now, yo, flop or success, bro.
For the Switch.
Yeah.
I feel threatened.
Prediction.
Man, I wouldn't be surprised either way, to be honest.
Yo, JB,
It's
we
gonna be
waited,
a
bro.
success. It's a success.
All right, there we go. That's what I like to hear. Yo,
You just
Anchorman.
threatened that man into saying that. Hold on.
Nah. I got my reasons, but
Yo,
Hey, blink if you feel threatened, bro.
yo, Anchorman, flop or success, man? I'm tired of
I think it'll be a success for its market.
Let's go.
I
Let's
would-
go.
Barely above what the Wii U's doing.
Wait, no, are we
Oh,
talking
shit.
initial success or 3 years
Nah,
down the road?
overall,
Well,
3 years
I think
down the
what
road.
it'll do is it'll kind of have like this medium market in between the Wii U and the 3DS. Like it won't replace the 3DS, but it will not reach the same
You
level.
guys don't think this shit's gonna be huge in Japan?
the
Since they're all
Japanese
like
market's
mobile.
already going down as it is. They're just not buying as
Nah,
many.
but they fuck with mobile though. Yo, they're
Yeah,
mobile.
they like
dude.
mobile, but the marketing is that it's a home console. So
Dog, how they people keep on saying they're marketing it as a home console when that trailer was them on the go off.
No,
there's
it-
more
yeah,
off dock
but-
moments.
They're
No.
trying for both.
No.
Nintendo said it's a home console.
no, but look though, their investors
Mobile
got mad
home.
at them for saying that. They said you put too much focus on the home console aspect. They was mad at them about that.
Oh yeah, that's what the investors said.
Yeah, it was. They had investor meeting. I want to say like a week.
How's there
two
too much
after that.
focus on that when the whole trailer was like as soon as they took it off the dock, like this shit like
Yeah,
was off the dock most of the time.
They
like.
basically want them to market it like a handheld, like all the time though. They ain't even want them just to
Yeah,
be
which
like,
is smart. Which is I feel like is smart. It should be marketed as a handheld that you could plug into your TV. Then done. Then no one will complain. It comes out as the strongest handheld ever. The handheld, whatever, handheld market's still there. People are still down to game on the handheld.
Shut up, Kofi. It's gonna fail.
It would be more. It would be more accepted
Oh
as a
my
handheld.
god, yo!
It
If the
would.
Switch blow, I'ma fly to Brooklyn wherever BG and slap BG.
Oh shit!
slap him with a Switch.
I'm coming where Jack from. I'ma slap Jack.
Whoa!
I'm gonna slap all you niggas, yo, because y'all
Right.
cheesing me, bro. This Switch shit, bro. Yo, the Switch is gonna be hate, bro. Like I'm telling y'all,
You got to get past BG Rat Bodyguard, bro.
niggas. I lie.
That's like playing Dark Souls and shit.
They got two Master Splinters posted up in front of the door.
Yeah, they're rocking Tim's too.
Facts.
I don't want none of y'all coming to me day one either, posting arguing. Look how much it sold day one.
Yeah, I know. I already know it's
Right.
gonna sell on day one. That's a given.
Give it a whole year, because the
I
Wii
feel
was
you.
looking. The Wii U was looking good for a year too.
Yeah, I feel you. We're gonna. That's why I said the first year we already know it's gonna be heat. We already know that. The second year and the third is when we're really gonna see like what's up. All right, so
there's a lot of factors, man. But
yeah, there's a lot. Like to tell you the truth, I'm hyping this shit, but like, there's a lot of factors to consider, and there's still some information that we need to know. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, January 12th, we get all our answers for the.
I'm really buying it because I'm tired of skipping generations on Nintendo consoles, man.
I'm getting it regardless, yo. I need that Zelda Breath of the Wild, man. That shit gonna be heat. All right, so let's get on the last topic of the day, and before we do that, we got another Twitter question from my nigga Nels. He
actually, hold up before you start that, I gotta get out of here.
All right, yo.
All right,
Take it easy, yo.
Peace out, everybody.
He asks a question to BG. When will BG be nice to his viewers while streaming? BG, you want to answer?
Oh,
I've been actually very, very cordial and very respectful in the very recent streams.
Very recent streams.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. So I guess he got.
well, that's a change.
I guess he got his question out. Yo, BG used to be worse. Yo,
People are really forgetting how I used to be on YouTube like
Yeah,
5
he used
years
to be
ago.
worse. He actually used to be worse. I used to
People are really forgetting, bro. Like, yo, I was the original 21 Savage on YouTube. Please forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, BG was pretty bad. He had a potty mouth. Yeah, you would tell man's mother to die of
I
cancer.
would wish
Crazy
so
shit,
much
bro.
stuff on you if you blinked at me wrong back in the day.
You swear you was a thug, bro.
All right, so we're gonna end off the podcast with this last topic. Something happened to one of our gaming community members. I guess we can say this. One of the extremists. Apparently, the Mr. Mooch got docked and hacked and all this.
I mean, someone found his own photos he posted.
Yeah, and leaked it everywhere,
exactly.
and now he's like gone off YouTube and shit. BG, do you give a fuck?
I don't condone it, but I don't think anybody should do what they did to him. But I don't,
Yeah, it wasn't cool. It wasn't illegal, but it was an asshole move.
Yeah.
Definitely, I feel like it was wrong. The kids' picture, the family picture, pictures of yourself. Like, I already have pictures of myself out there, so I don't feel no type of way.
I mean, I'll say this. This is why, like,
I heard mans were calling his work and shit, so I felt like that wasn't cool. And like,
no, they went farther than that, man. They leaked his home address. They went out there. They were saying, "Go harass him. Here's his family. Here's his brother's name."
But then again, like I can see the other side of people who don't give a shit because like you kind of reap what you sow, a little bit like.
Well, not like this. No,
not like this, but like
no.
but it's the internet. If you act a certain type of way, you're gonna get certain type of responses from people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's so weird because he has a really small channel and he hangs out with a bunch of losers online and he says some of those toxic shit you could ever imagine.
Maybe that's why this happens.
People, but that still doesn't.
Just don't listen to him if you don't like him.
That's the thing, though. You can't make fun of a little kid to die from cancer and then get mad because a picture of you leaked at fucking Build-A-Bear Workshop with your son. Like, get out of here, bro.
Yeah, that's a.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
But one of them is words and one of them is actions.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah.
I feel like
we condone those actions though, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. Like it's just gaming. Like if you don't just don't watch them. Like you know what I mean? Like it's video games. Like
I definitely 100% agree with you. Like I don't condone that shit either. But can you say that like he was kind of like asking for it, like this shit to happen, like how you behave?
I behave on the web, but I certainly won't shed a tear.
You play with fire, you're gonna get burnt, man.
Like I
don't think it doesn't excuse what happened to his outing his kids and
I definitely agree.
But look, no,
like,
that's true. That's true. But look, check this out.
When it was just like, hey, yeah, here's who he is, here's what his name is. Like I don't like it, but I understand. But like when it went too far, when it was like, we're gonna tell you where you live, we're gonna go after your job, we're gonna go after all this stuff. Like I don't care what he did. At worst, he was just saying words.
Yeah, they definitely took it far. Calling man's
but look though,
that's kind of
wait a minute. When you doing wrong, it ain't no code to that shit. If you out robbing and shooting people and somebody goddamn shoot you and kill you, that might have been wrong. But guess what? You was out there doing dirt. You can't you can't have limitations to this shit, bro. And just because
well, it's all on a spectrum.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but what?
No, not really.
Really doing?
Yeah, it is absolutely. There's a difference between making fun of someone for having cancer and someone leaking your personal information.
It's also a different. It ain't. But this is the thing, though. You can't tell somebody how far to go with the crazy. Like, bro, you can't. Like, it's bro. People don't have levels till they turn up. Like.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
Like I can see both sides. Like I know like definitely like him, his pictures of family, address, and all of that shit getting leaked. Yeah, that shit kind of crazy. Calling work, yeah, that shit kind of like crazy. Trying to get a man fired. Like I feel like that's like
there is nothing that someone can say online that justifies you attempting to mess with their income.
That's kind of that.
Like even if we talk about,
I felt a little bad when I heard about that shit, like trying to call work and all of that shit. That's kind of.
Look, here's the thing. Even let's. This is a topic. I'll probably do some on it, and it'll come up in the news a lot right before Andromeda comes out. The gameplay designer for Mass Effect Andromeda, Manveer Iyer, is a blatant racist, right? A blatant anti-white racist, right? Here's the thing. He is a disgusting, vile human being. but I would never ever suggest that he be fired or lose his job or do anything that fucks around with his income.
Well, it really depends. Well, it depends if he's fired. It depends what position he's really in, though. If he's in a position
He's
where
the lead gameplay designer for my
I understand, but I'm just saying, like, in a situation like
if they can affect other people,
if it can affect other people, if he's in a position of power and he is like that, then he definitely.
If it was in the chat, Alphabet, someone said, if it was my son, if it was your son, Rags, you wouldn't say that. Bullshit.
But this is the thing. It's not doing. This is the thing that where I'm coming from. Once again, I don't agree with that calling the job shit. But he uploaded them pictures online. Nobody is gonna hurt this man's son, right? It's a fucking picture.
No one's gonna what? They're gonna send anthrax to his
What
house.
is the big deal? Like I don't get it.
Look, it's more of an asshole move than anything. I don't think anyone's gonna get hurt or damaged over this. It never happens. Alphabet, Rags is a clown. Yeah, go fuck yourself. You have what how many subs? How many subs do you have? 7? Let me check. How many subs? Oh wow, 1,500. That's pretty impressive. Now let's see.
This is why people need to understand, like, you know, there's a certain line you don't cross with the viewers, right? Like, as far as, you know, your relationship with them. Like, that's, you know, just when you start treating like these streamers and these people that start like talking to their viewers and treating them like their family, like, I appreciate y'all, but these are the same dudes that, like, when you do something they don't like, they'll flip on you.
Yeah, they'll turn on you. Like,
so that's why, like, when people say stuff about me, like, you know, they think, you know, BG live in some cottage and he eat noodles all day. I'm like, think that. I'm cool with you thinking that, rather than you know how I'm really living and how, you know, who I really am. Like,
that's facts.
People know my name, like Kenneth Johnson. Like, there's a good luck finding me though. Like, there's a million Kenneth Johnsons.
Yeah, me. Don't challenge. Like, yeah, I use my real name. People know pictures of me. I don't put out like work information online. I don't think there's a single work piece of information that and shit like that. But like, it's just crazy to me. Like, I feel like I can see both sides. Like I was saying, like, it's kind of like you reap what you sow. Like, how, like, let's be honest. We heard this guy get at people. You know, personal shots at people. I heard him take personal shots at Boogie, making fun of his weight and all this shit, even though he big and shit. You know, so like, yo, like, I feel like a little bit of it's karma, you know. But like, yeah, it's definitely wrong for people to like call his workplace. I don't condone that shit. And yeah,
that's silly. Like, who does?
Yeah, that's kind of all that shit. Yeah.
Stop assuming these people your friends just because they like your videos and like they'll come after you, bro.
Yeah. I feel like, yo, to avoid all of that shit, just keep it gaming, bro. Like when you're here, like you don't
exactly.
Keep it gaming. That's why I feel like I'm not really scared of shit like that too much, because like yo, what am I really doing out here? I ain't really taking shots at no one. I ain't calling no one.
He invite that type of energy towards him,
yeah. That's what I'm just saying. Like my energy that I have on my channel, like I don't really bring that kind of type of energy, that drama, that all of that shit, you know. So I feel like I have nothing really to fear. You know what I'm saying?
Canada, do y'all even got guns up there? Come on.
Oh, BG thinks like I'm in an igloo, like
no, Canadians, when you fight them, they give you a rose and invite you out on the date.
He thinks I'm fucking like wrestling bears and shit. Like, yo, you need to chill, bro.
Y'all hug things out over there, man.
The struggle TO ain't easy. Yo, the struggle the 6 ain't easy, bro.
And I know about Canada.
That nigga just put struggle and Canada together. Stop it.
I'm from Brooklyn, but I know people in Canada ain't soft. I used to live in Canada.
Man, Canadians are kind of polite, bro. Like, for real.
Hey, they got hoods in Canada. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we are polite. I want
like, hey, bro, you hit my confidence. Take you out on a date, nigga.
Yo, when we get to a 4-way stop and everyone like stops at the same time, everyone's like waiting and shit.
Oh my god,
everyone's just waiting like, oh, you go. Oh yeah,
New York. If that light turned green and you don't move in like 0.5 seconds. You getting cursed out.
Yo, my bro told me that he got honked at before the light even turned green.
Damn.
Anticipate the light in New York. If you don't anticipate it, you getting screamed on.
Yo, real talk. Yeah, my bro told me that shit too. Yo, he really told me that shit when he was in New York. Yeah, man. Anyways, guys, yo, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We're gonna do our outros. BG, you want to start it off?
2017. You know, have a good year, play some games. Weapon wheel at 6 o'clock. Be out here.
Vlor.
Yeah, I want to just say, thanks for having me, man. It was a good show. I ain't really got no outro, but shout out to you for having me on here, though.
Yeah, no problem, man. And we got Rag, second appearance on the show.
Well, oh boy, let me see. If I had anything to say to wrap things up, I guess it would be, Gosh, I don't really do these sorts of things. Normally, I record it and do 17 takes, and then decide, that's good enough, and I post it. But gosh, I'll think of something as you go on. Just go on to the next person.
You're a troll. Shut up.
Yeah.
Miss Tech.
Thanks for having me on the show. Shout out to everybody who watched today's show. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Just keep it gaming, no drama, and get money.
Yeah, feel that.
That's it.
Let me do J Main's outro real quick. Guys, go check out J Main at JMain518. His YouTube, his Twitter, all the same. Go check out J Main and Jack Move.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Jack Move Johnny. Just search for me, man. My real name on there, but if you put it anywhere else online, I will have a huge problem with you. Don't be leaking my information out there. But yeah, man, check me out.
And we got Anchorman.
Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the show. I'm glad I was able to show up. When finally we didn't have a conflicting time with Multiverse. So finally glad to get that invite and have the opportunity to get on. Thanks guys for showing up. Go check out the Inner Circle on YouTube, Twitter, and the usual. Check out ticgn.com for the latest gaming and entertainment news. I'll see you guys later.
Oh, Jack, your first name is John, right?
Yes, sir, it is.
What's your last name, Scrub?
Most of my niggas on Twitter. What the fuck?
It is. I never noticed.
I don't even know. I never seen it on this Twitter before.
I never seen that.
Bro, yeah, wait. My name is on Twitter, sir.
Yeah,
we'll just look on Twitter. We'll just look
name
on
on PlayStation.
I don't feel like I know you right now. Oh, Hartsfield? Oh,
That's my last name, sir. Yeah.
You got a square last name.
Hey, man.
Oh boy, what's yours? Johnson. Typical.
Yeah, Johnson. Look at this one.
Typical. Kenneth. Asian man name right there.
He got a name like a dork, don't he? He'll beat you on that in them streets.
Be nice.
Kenneth.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. I hope you guys had a great new year, 2017. We're gonna be back. Press Start Podcast, leveling up, gonna be better than ever this year. Hit the like button, and we'll be back. Not next Monday, but the Monday after that at 8 p.m. Eastern time zone. So hope you guys enjoy the show and take it easy.
Ciao.
Nice.